Question number 4, Stuart McMillan.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the First Minister what the Scottish Government's position is regarding any implications for its net zero ambitions of the UK Government's Offshore Petroleum licensing bill, which seeks changes to the licensing regime, including how regularly licensing rounds are held.
First Minister.
Decisions on offshore oil and gas licensing remains reserved to the UK Government. The Offshore Petroleum bill, along with other recent announcements, demonstrates that it's not serious about the climate crisis. That instead of licensing ever more fossil fuel extraction, which the bill would absolutely see happen on an annual basis, the UK Government should be supporting a fair and just energy transition in line with its climate commitments. So we've repeatedly called for a rigorous climate compatibility test to be applied to all new oil and gas developments. However, the checkpoint introduced by the UK Government before the latest licensing round is neither robust nor is it frankly transparent. So here in Scotland we remain absolutely committed to a just transition to net zero by 2045.
Stuart McMillan.
I thank the First Minister for that reply. And the former UK Energy Minister Chris Skidmore has recently resigned as an MP in protest over the bill, and the COP26 President Sir Alec Sharma MP has stated that the bill, and I quote, reinforces that unfortunate perception about the UK rowing back on climate action. Presiding Officer, even those within the Tory party recognise the UK Government is not serious about climate change. And does the First Minister agree with me that the just transition to help retrain and reskill the oil and gas workforce is vital to help deliver the energy we use, that any party that forms the next UK Government needs to be serious about climate change and a push towards net zero, and that only as an independent nation the people of Scotland will get the energy policy fit for the future and also the emergency that we are facing?
First Minister.
Yes. Well, I do agree with that. I mean, the fact that the Prime Minister spent more time on his private jet than he did at COP28 tells you his level of commitment to tackling the climate crisis. And of course, 2023
Let's hear the First Minister.
Was and has been confirmed as the hottest year on record. So those who refuse, in the face of all of that evidence, to take the necessary action are completely abdicating their responsibility, not just to current generations, but to the future generations and indeed to our planet as well. So I do agree, responding to the climate emergency is an absolute imperative. There should be a political consensus. I'm looking forward to meeting with party leaders later in the coming weeks to discuss how we can collectively work to tackle the climate crisis. And what would really help is that every time the Scottish Government, of course, proposes action to tackle the climate crisis, if the opposition didn't oppose it, simply for its opposition